If we look at the past 5 years, after unveiling the simplified tax regime, the finance minister has offered no tax reliefs in the regular tax regime. And this is, of course, in line with the objective of the government to reduce administrative hassles for employers as well as employees and simplify the tax regime. This is the biggest question in the minds of most individual taxpayers. Let's look at the fiscal matrices. In India today, as reports indicate, there is an increase of 17% in the direct tax collection over the previous year. Personal tax has contributed 50% to this. Thus, the direct and the indirect tax contributions made through consumptions by individuals, the number becomes really significant out here. If we look at the past 5 years, after unveiling the simplified tax regime, the finance minister has offered no tax reliefs in the regular tax regime. And this is, of course, in line with the objective of the government to reduce administrative hassles for employers as well as employees and simplify the tax regime process. It is observed that at a total income of about 15 lakhs, the tax saving to the individual under the simplified tax regime would be approximately 1.20 lakhs, assuming that there are no tax deductions except for standard deduction. However, the regular tax regime would be really beneficial if the employee has deductions approximately of 4.5 lakhs. At a higher tax income level, of course, which is exceeding 2 crores, the simplified tax regime will be beneficial surely because of the difference in the surcharge rates. Based on reports, a staggering 72% of the taxpayers have opted for the simplified tax regime. The government intends to phase out the old tax regime in order to simplify the tax laws. But can we really say that the reduced tax rates available in the simplified tax regime are enough? Obviously no. 28% of the population still sees a merit in continuing with the old tax regime. With rising cost of essential commodities, higher rentals and medical costs, this is where the middle class finds it very difficult to maintain their standard of living, and any uncertainty takes a huge toll on them. The government should definitely decrease the tax slabs to adequately commensurate the loss on account of giving up deductions like HRA, LTA, ATC before totally abolishing the old tax regime. India is a country really with a higher tax slab, and one can look at easing the tax rates. What the government is committed to is to ease the hardship by simplifying the law, eliminating the redundant provisions and also making improvement on the operational side. Providing a Vivad Se Vishwas scheme is great, but for individuals, it is the often settled matters that get into litigation. So resolving this will be of a great help.